2006. Michael and Bruno, half-brothers who each have poor adjustments to the lives of adults, in part thanks to the care that was broken by their mothers who dropped out of school and socially. The geneticist Michael returned to his work in cloning after a long period of time from his Irish laboratory. He referred to Annabelle, a teenager who had a crush on Who, and he was never able to express his romantic longing. Meanwhile, Bruno high school teachers, married husbands and fathers, were driven completely round the corner by longing for their students, and consequently suffered from neurological disorders. Number 2. Punish Me, 2006. Elsa Seifert is a woman nearing her 50th birthday who has a career as a social worker. Elsa is married to Raymar, who runs an auto repair shop, and they have a comfortable relationship. Elsa is assigned to look into the case of Jan Winkler, who is only 16 but has a precocious criminal record and has just been released from a juvenile detention facility. When Elsa meets Jan for the first time, she senses that he's attracted to her, and to her surprise he begins stopping by her home, sometimes bringing her gifts. Number 3. Counterparts, 2007. Anne is a schoolmistress motivated by her job while her husband Georg is a police officer, calm and efficient, but not particularly interested in the advancement of his career. To put it briefly, they are a couple like millions of others, until the day when Anne, feeling unconsciously that the family bliss is only on the surface, starts becoming violent, and her victim is no other than Georg. Number 4. Martha, 2008. Martha is single, middle-aged, and lives alone in central Berlin. She accepts a male tenant, David, who is half her age. David is intrigued by her attempts at the dating game, and secretly follows her progress. Number 5. When We Were Young, 2012. Sarah is 13, and her best friend Charlie is 16, have already lost count of the men they have been to bed with, one-night stands, nameless, and interchangeable, no commitments. Then Sarah meets 18-year-old Lucas in a chat room, and for the first time in her life she longs for a real relationship, for true love even. But is Lucas really interested in her, or is he just using Sarah for a reason that lies far beyond love and affection? Number 6. Deadly Temptation, 2013. When the green box was sent, organic farmer Helena tripped over the handsome David, a law student, and began having an affair with her. In 14 years of marriage, Helena and Thomas have turned madness in the first years into continuous and reliable affection. But her husband felt that he had something to keep from him. He spied on him, challenged David, and killed him. Then there was silence between the couple. Number 7. Daughters, 2014. Agnes, a teacher from the Hessian province, comes to Berlin. She is supposed to identify a dead girl because she could be Lydia, her daughter who had left home. In her desperate search, she meets a stray woman who is looking for her nearness. With a strange self-understanding, she presses herself into Agnes's life. Is there a connection between Ines and Lydia? Number 8. Lose Myself, 2014. Lena, who has long been married to Tor, suddenly experiences a retrograde amnesia. As doctors describe her condition, the cause is an undiagnosed encephalitis. As a result, she lost her entire memory overnight. She can still speak, but all the memories of her previous life are extinguished. Her friends and parents are suddenly strangers to her. Even her husband does not recognize her again. Her old life becomes for her a story that others have to describe. Number 9. 24 Weeks, 2016. Centered on the dilemma faced by a woman who is already 6 months pregnant when she learns that her unborn child will have Down syndrome as well as a serious heart defect. How can she and her husband know whether the unborn child could have a life worth living or would only suffer? In the end, the expectant mother realizes that only she can make this decision. Number 10. The Skin of Others, 2018. Mark DeVille is a successful literary writer and an addict. He functions very well in his day-to-day business, but as soon as he has close relations with other genders he really cannot handle it. Mark met a charming nurse, Justine, while reading in a bookstore. They were both prisoners of twisted desires, but at the same time they longed for a normal and romantic relationship.